Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. I hope you're ready for a wild ride today because we have a lot to discuss. Our house guests of the day are Victoria King and Matthew Cordova. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you guys, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for holla. And I also want to wish a happy birthday to Yvonne Rodriguez. Woo! Happy birthday, Yvonne. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And before we get going, I also want to thank our super chatters from yesterday because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. Oh, the birthday girl's here. Yay! Laura Dalton, Jefferson Tucker, Kiki, Mary Ellen L, Deb Wicks, Wendy Will, Connor Benson, Dawn MH302, Kate2, John Wilson, Carla S, Bori Bonita, and Brian Yell. Thank you all so much for your super chats. Oh my goodness. So, serenity now. Before we get into this, serenity now. All right. So, when we left off yesterday, they had the power veto ceremony, and Jared did not use the power of veto after he and Cameron were teasing Jag and Corey, trying to make them think that there was a possibility this veto was going to be used. What was the point of that? It felt very unnecessary, very sloppy, needlessly mean. Like, it was too much, in my opinion. Felicia and Izzy remain up on the block, and we know that Cameron is targeting Izzy, and he is very confident that he has the votes to evict her. So he might be getting blindsided again on Thursday. But there is a small chance, like very small chance, that the votes could flip for Izzy to go. Things are shifting right now. So much information is coming out. Jared was very sloppy while Cirie was doing her kayaking punishment. So there is a chance that things could flip, but I don't know. I'm not as confident as I was yesterday that there could be a flip, but you never know. So anyway, Corey is realizing that he's not in as good of a position as he previously thought, right? We talked about yesterday. He was very surprised to hear from America, who heard from Matt, that Cirie was one of the 4 house guests who played for the secret power a few weeks ago. So hearing this, he's like, oh shit, Cirie admitted that to Matt, but not to me? What's going on here? Why is she lying to me and being honest with other people? I don't think he realized just how close Matt and Cirie have gotten. Uh-oh. We also talked yesterday about how Cameron's HOH power is done for the week, but he's still trying to create the drama. He was pretending to be mad at Jared for not using the veto, for spoiling his backdoor plan. And he wants Jared to tell people that he found out from Corey. Says a lot. That Cameron was going to put up Blue as a replacement nominee, which he wasn't, right? But this is all part of a lie. Cameron is hoping that people won't trust Corey when he acts like he doesn't know what they're talking about, right? Because Corey's going to be like, I never said that Cameron was going to put up Blue because that never happened. This is all made up stuff. And again, very sloppy, very unnecessary. Why? I guess Cameron wants to try and create distance between him and Jared by like staging this fake fight between them. Sure. Okay, so Jared, Matt, and Blue are chatting in the scary bedroom, and Jared is telling them about Cameron's new plan. You know, he wants us to pretend to be mad at each other so people won't think that we're close. And Jared says it's the dumbest shit ever. I mean, I've seen some pretty dumb shit from other people too, but yeah, it is pretty dumb. Blue says no one's gonna believe that she was gonna be the backdoor plan this week. Why would anyone she basically dissed herself, like, why would anyone waste a backdoor move on little old me? So Jared was then talking about his plans for next week. Of course, he's saying he wants to target Cameron. And he says he would possibly put up America and Bowie as the pawns, but he's nervous, like, oh, what if Bowie gets house guest choice and she picks Cameron to play for the power veto, right? Then Cameron could win, he could save Bowie, and then they're gonna have to do something else. So Jared says we should just tell Bowie not to pick Cameron to play, because if she does, everyone's gonna know that she's working with him. It's gonna be super obvious. Good luck with that plan. Then they talk about how Cameron really wants Izzy to go this week, and they're going to have to come up with an excuse for why they're not doing that, right? Because Jared and Matt are supposed to be like working with Cameron at this point. It's fake on their end, but they also want to save their asses just in case Cameron sticks around and wins another HOH, right? They want to make sure they're on his good side. Excuse me. But anyway, they're not totally sure what votes Cameron thinks that he has. Because again, he's super confident, but it just doesn't make sense when they start, trying to count up votes. They're not seeing the votes there for Izzy to leave. So Jared then starts talking about how it's pissing him off, how happy Cameron is to try and like attack the two oldest people in the house. Is Izzy one of the oldest people in the house? Of course we know he's referring to Felicia and Cirie, even though Cirie isn't on the block at this point. But yeah, Jared says, Cameron is so happy to go after them. And Blue says, yeah, the two oldest and two Black women in this house. Let's not get carried away here. I do not think that this is a race issue. Are they not working together and running the house, Cirie and Felicia? I don't think it would have been that kind of situation if they were on the block together. I think that would be like a pretty solid game move. But anyway, yeah, Jared is wishing that they had some sort of a twist to get Felicia or Izzy off the block this week. I mean, you did have the power of veto this week, and you could have used it to take one of them down, but you didn't. So I don't know what else you want there. But he says neither Izzy nor Felicia deserve to go before Jag. He says Felicia at least deserved to be on the jury, right? He says after they get to jury, whatever. But he thinks that Felicia deserves to be on the jury. And it pisses him off that Jag, Corey, and America all get to stay. He says Felicia worked harder than any of those three people. Did she? I mean, the other three were like doing a lot of stuff too. Just because they weren't kissing Jared's ass doesn't mean they weren't playing this game. But anyway, Jared continues to complain about Corey and America, saying they've had the easiest ride in this game. And Jared says he wants Cameron, Corey, and America all on slop next week. And he says if that's the case, he will be the biggest effing asshole to them. So business as usual. But no, he's like, I'm going to eat in front of them all day, blah, blah, blah. Are we surprised? But Jared says he's just so pissed, bro. He's pissed, bro. He's pissed that Cameron is so happy to see Felicia and Izzy suffering. Now, Jared thought it was hilarious, on the other hand, to torture Jag and Corey, dangling the power of veto over them. But, that's a Jared thing. All right. Anyway, it's getting really difficult to listen to Jared on these live feeds. But moving on, Corey and America are chatting in the bathroom. And Corey tells America, hey, you can't tell Blue anything anymore. And he shares, Izzy told me that Blue told her that you said you're nervous about Izzy because Izzy is nervous about your vote. That's a lot of different branches we're following here. But America confirms, like, yes, I did say something along those lines to Blue. So clearly she spilled it, right? So Corey's like, you can't trust Blue. She's not loyal to anyone and she can't keep her mouth shut. True. Corey says everyone tells everyone else everything. This season has some freaking loose lips to the max. But Corey says everyone's telling me that you're trying to spread all of my information across the house. And America's like, what information are you talking about? There's no information to spread. He's referring to his secret about his brother that was on Survivor, which America has not spilled to anyone. But there was an incident the other night. Okay, so a little backstory here. Jared told Cameron, hey, Corey's out of control. He shared something from his personal life with America, blah, 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 that could affect him in the game. And he didn't tell Cameron what the secret was, but he said that Corey shared something with America. So then Cameron asked Corey about it the other night. And Corey was like, what's going on here? Why is this out in the open? But Corey's like, America, I believe you, right? I told you the secret before I told Jared, Izzy, and Cirie, but this whole thing is not coming out until after I told them. Like, this wasn't an issue before when you were the only one who knew. So he says other people have incentive to try and split us up, right? And he says, I'm not doubting you. I just felt like I had to ask you about it. So Corey is pretty sure at this point either Jared or Sari are bullshitting him. Yeah, it's both. But America says, I really need to talk to Jag, right? She sees the potential of getting something going with Jag. That's a whole other thing. Corey brings up, oh yeah, another thing that Izzy was telling me. She was asking if you ever told me about like a 3 that you were trying to get together with America, well, with yourself, Jag, and Blue. Uh-oh. So now America's realizing that Blue spilled about that too. So America says, yeah, that wasn't anything. It was just, something that we talked about as a possibility. You don't have to worry about it. But back to the Jag situation. They're wondering, when should we tell Jag that we know about Seven Deadly Sins Alliance, right? Because they've had this information for a while, and they've been waiting and waiting for Jag to be honest with them about it. But he has just kept his lips zipped about that. Sure, he'll share all the other information under the sun, but he will not spill to the people who actually want to work with him about the Seven Deadly Sins Alliance. So they want to tell him, hey, we know about it. It's fake. But they're not going to say it yet, right? Because they're not sure if Jag is just going to go run and tell other people. Probably. Corey also lets America know, hey, I think we really dodged a bullet here. I think you were an option to go up as the replacement nominee. And he says, if you went up, I think you probably would have gone home. Ooh. So Corey is saying he has another piece of information that he thinks he could use to potentially try and pull Jag and Matt closer. He can share that he also played for the Secret Power. So maybe that will bring them all together. Okay, good luck. So then America and Cameron have a chat in the HOH room. And America lets him know, hey, it seems like the consensus for the vote this week is that Felicia is going. People view her as sloppy and messy. They don't want to work with her. And Cameron's like, that's interesting. He says, I think people are tired of hanging out with Felicia, like on a personal level. But he says, if we look at the game here, Izzy is a better player and she has to go. And America's like, yeah, no shit. No, she's like, I know, like she agrees, she gets it. But she says the consensus is that the house wants Felicia out. So Cameron keeps explaining why Izzy has to be the one to go. And America's like, dude, I get it. I completely agree with everything you're saying right now. Izzy has to go. Cameron says he's getting a different consensus about the vote. Well, you're wrong. Cameron is going on and on about why Izzy has to go. She has connections with everyone. She's been the runner-up in a bunch of competitions. Cameron is preaching to the choir here, right? America is with it. She agrees. But Cameron also has a really bad read on the dynamics of this house because he thinks that he's got the votes to get rid of Izzy. But Cameron also tells America, I want to work with you and Corey, but I can't do that as long as Izzy is still in the house because Izzy is super close to Corey, right? He doesn't feel like he can share information with America and Corey as long as Izzy is still in the house because he's afraid it's going to get back to her. So Cameron, at one point during this conversation, tells America, stop going off into corners to cuddle and go effing play the game. Oh, he sucks. He's so jealous. Okay. So then Bowie chats with Cameron next. And Bowie says, I'm a bit worried that the house is going to vote out Felicia. And Bowie says, I do feel that Izzy is the better player of the two, and she should be the one to go this week. Right? But that's not the vibe that I'm getting from everybody else. So Cameron says, well, it's the obvious move this week. And other people are on board with voting Izzy out. Yeah, I mean, America's definitely on board with it. I'm sure Mimi's on board with it. But like, how many people? Is it enough? Are they united? No, not really. So then a few minutes later, they bring Matt in. Cameron's asking Matt, who do you think should go this week? And Matt says, well, Izzy is dangerous, but I think Felicia should go because I think that's the way that most people are leaning. Cameron's head is about to explode at this point. Matt says that he thinks this week's HOH could be an endurance comp because the backyard is already closed. Seems like it's a big build out there. Maybe it's the wall. And he says, we have a really good chance of one of us winning that. And, if we do, we can just put Izzy right back up on that block. So, hearing all of this, Cameron starts going into his spiel about why Izzy has to go this week. He says, this is an obvious choice, right? And he says, if everyone in the house is telling you that they want Felicia out, they're not being completely honest with you because they want Izzy out. Or they're just being dumb because they have some sort of a deal with Izzy. He is in denial that the votes are not there. And there's probably nothing he can do about it at this point because people are not going to want to do what Cameron wants to do. But yeah, I agree. Izzy is definitely the stronger player, and she probably should be the one going this week. But Cameron beefed it by putting Izzy up on the block next to Felicia. He didn't realize that Felicia was already on the outs with so many people. Yeah. All right. So Cameron has a similar conversation with Corey. It was like bang, 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 one after another. And again, Cameron is convinced that the votes are there to take out Izzy. And Corey brings up an important point. He's like, hey, remember how everyone lied to you about the vote last week? And then remember how this week you lied to everyone else about your nominations? Why are you so confident that the votes are there? Why do you think that people are not bullshitting you again this week? It's a good question. I'm going to go with ego. Cameron has had so many people tell him now that the votes do not seem to be there for Izzy to go, but he just won't even entertain the possibility that Izzy is going to stay. Absolutely wild. In other news, Cirie and Felicia completed their kayaking punishment around 6:30 p.m. yesterday. These two have both been chomping at the bit to get back into the game talk. So, almost immediately, Izzy and Cirie go up to the have-not room so that Izzy can tell her what's been going on because she hasn't been able to talk game in like 48 hours because Felicia has basically been next to Cirie the whole time. So they talk about Izzy's potential votes this week. She feels like Corey and America are going to be solid for her. Maybe. She says Blue is solid, and Izzy lets Cirie know Blue wants a Final Four with me, you, and Jared. And Izzy's like really excited about that because she's been talking about taking Blue to the end as a GOAT with their group. Great, so exciting. Oh my God, I love it. Izzy, however, is not feeling good about Jag. Jag has been really wishy-washy the last few days. She says something has clearly changed here. And they figure, you know what? Jag is probably giving us the cold shoulder right now because he doesn't need us this week, right? He wanted to keep us close until the veto ceremony because he was worried he could be going up on the block. And now that he's not up there, he has no need for us. So Cirie says, F Jag. Izzy says, Cameron is clearly pushing for me to go. She's heard it from a few people now, but she knew this was going to happen. So Izzy's counting up her votes. She needs 5 to stay. And she's like, all right, I got Cirie, Jared, Blue, Matt, Corey, and America. That makes 6. She says the question marks are Bowie, Mimi, and Jag. So Cirie's like, Bowie and Mimi are definitely going to vote to keep Felicia. So, like, don't even worry about them. And she says, who gives an F about Jag? Whoa. But Cirie says she's going to check in with some people, see what's up, make sure that those other votes are locked in. She says, we only need 5, right? We only need 5. All right. So Cirie checks in with Jared and Matt. And Cirie's asking, you guys are on board to keep Izzy, right? And they confirm they are. I mean, that's their sister. But they let Cirie know, hey, Jag has been acting really sketchy. And Cirie has already heard this from Izzy, right? So Cirie says, we don't need Jag's vote, right? I don't care. But she feels like they are going to probably need America's. It's not a total necessity, right? Because they only need 5, not 6. But it would be nice to have her vote. Jared says, hey, Blue told me that America and Jag are trying to get something going with Blue to make a 3. And Cerie's like, well, I'm going to have to talk to America, right? I'm going to have to see what's up. Even if we don't have America's vote, we just need to make sure that Corey at least is solid, right? Because Corey would get us to the magic number of 5. But like, would America and Corey actually vote on opposite sides? I don't know about that. I feel like they're going to vote the same from here on out, right? But anyway, these 3 agree. They all want to tell Felicia ahead of time that she's going. They want to give her that respect, but they're going to wait probably until like Thursday to do it. Okay. Later, Izzy is talking to the cameras in the comics bedroom, and Izzy says this situation, of course, is precarious as hell for her. She's up on the block, but she is thrilled, 2 syllables, thrilled, that Cerie is out of that GD kayak. She says, I trust Cerie. She's going to go to work. She's the best in the game, the number 1. She's going to go to work for me. And she's going to make sure those votes are locked in. She says, I trust Corey. I trust America on this, not necessarily like overall, but on this. She says, I think America wants me here. America does not want Izzy here. America wants Izzy to go. She says, I think Blue wants me here too. So I should be good. Izzy is shouting out her girlfriend and saying, like, I hope you're not mad at me for not pushing Jared to take me off the block. I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. I mean, maybe she should have pushed. I don't know. It's never a good thing to just like volunteer to stay up on the block. But anyway, she says, I hope we're going to be able to get Cameron out of this game. She feels like she has 6 votes, even though she only needs 5. All right. So then Jag and Cerie chat in the scary bedroom. Uh-oh. Cerie is asking, why have you been giving me the cold shoulder? Are you good with us? Is there anything that you want to talk about? And Jag says, everything's good on my end. I wasn't trying to intentionally be cold. He apologizes if it came off that way. So then Jag's like, how are you? How are you feeling about the week? You know, he hasn't seen her while she was doing her kayaking punishment. People were kind of just like avoiding Cerie and Felicia because they couldn't talk game anyway. So Cerie says, honestly, this is a really tough week for me. I love both of the nominees. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick. You know, choosing between them is like choosing between my own children. So Jag agrees. Yes, it's tough. We've got 2 dope people up on the block. We've got 2 alliance members because remember, they're all part of the 7 deadly sins. BS. And he says, I really want both of them in the house. So Jag says he thinks that everyone in their alliance should kind of like touch base separately and figure out what they're going to do. And Cerie's like, no. Like, Cerie is pushing for them to have a 7 deadly sins full alliance meeting to talk about what they should do. She says, that's what we did when you and Blue were nominated. Why would we not do that now? Right? She's trying to push Jag and see what the deal is, what's changed. And Jag's like, yeah, maybe we can do that, but we're also going to need to have a meeting without Izzy and Felicia because he doesn't want to be insensitive discussing the 2 of them in front of them, right? So this conversation's not going great, but anyway. Meanwhile, America and Cameron are chatting in the bathroom, and Cameron's like, oh, it's only a matter of time before people start telling you that you're talking to me too much again. And America's like, yeah, that's already happening, but you're the HOH, so like, of course I'm going to talk to you, right? And I should be able to because, again, you're the HOH. So America lets Cameron know everyone is painting you as the next big target. I mean, he has been for weeks now. But America's wondering, who does that benefit, though, to take out Cameron? She says, not me. And America says she really wants to win HOH next week. And she tells Cameron, you would be safe with me if I win. So Cameron's like, cool. I like that. He says he wants to work with her and Corey, which he was saying before, right? But he says, I can't do that with Izzy still in this house. So America is saying, you know, the people that I thought that I was good with, I'm not good with anymore. Blue. She says, everyone spreads around everything that I say. She does tell Cameron she wants to talk more with Matt and Jag. She thinks there could potentially be something there. We'll see. At the same time that conversation's happening, Corey, Izzy, and Jared are chatting on the Sky Bridge, and Corey is telling them, if you didn't already know this, Cameron is campaigning for Izzy to go. He says, Cameron's saying Izzy is the stronger player, and Jared's asking, well, what's America thinking this week? You know, she's hearing this pitch. What does she think about it? And Corey says he's pretty sure that America will keep Izzy this week because of him, right? Because Corey is close to Izzy. But he says, I don't trust America down the road. Now, we know that Corey does want to work with America for as long as possible. But again, he's trying to like kind of throw her under the bus here to make it seem like he would cut her at any time. So Corey says, hopefully Cameron goes next week, right? And we get it done. And Jared says, it sounds like America might need to go before Cameron. He's saying this to Corey, who is laying with America. What? So Izzy immediately says, stop that. She's big brother now. Jared says, what? America's dangerous. And Izzy says, America is not as dangerous as Cameron right now. Cameron literally put Izzy on the block, right? And Jared says, yeah, but I'm worried that America's going to put me up if she wins HOH. I freaking wish. Corey and Izzy are reassuring Jared if America were to win HOH, she would not put him up on the block. And Corey says, we know who Cameron would put up, right? We've seen what he will do. And Jared's like, yeah, but someone who's telling you that they're going to put you up is way less dangerous than someone who's smiling to your face but lying to you. Why is he so fixated on America? It's bizarre. Cameron has proven that he can win competitions, and he will go after Jared's mommy and friends. However, you know, on the other side of things, you have America, who has not yet won a competition. Not that she's not capable, because I think she's very capable. And, you know, who knows what she would do. So, yeah, I feel like Jared doesn't care about Cameron possibly winning again because he's tight with Cameron. He knows he probably wouldn't be the one going up on the block. So, there's a lot of weird energy during this conversation. And Corey asks Jared, are you doing all right? And Jared says, yeah, I just have a headache. Okay. All right. So Jared is like, Corey, I got to tell you something. Cameron's targeting you. But like, how are you going to say that and then say that you don't think that Cameron should leave next? So you're basically telling Corey, I'm going to keep this person in the house who's targeting you. I don't care about you. Yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, a little later, Suri is chatting with Mimi in the bathroom. And she's telling Mimi all about her conversation with Jag. And she says, yeah, Jag wasn't making a lot of eye contact with me. Clearly things are off here. And Suri brings up how she suggested that everyone in their alliance get together to discuss who should go. And Suri says she forgot when she was talking to Jag who was in their 7. Well, for one thing, Mimi's not. And you're talking to Mimi about this. But Suri is trying to remember the members. She's like, me, you, Blue, Jared, Jag. And Mimi's like, no, I think you had a separate thing with them because I'm not in that. Ah! She pulled a Felicia. Yeah, so they laugh this off. Is Mimi going to think anything of this? Or is she just going to be like, it's fine. Suri's loyal to the brown sugar babes. I've got nothing to worry about here. We'll see. It seems like Mimi has been letting a lot of stuff slide because all she really has at this point is the brown sugar babes. So, like, where else is she going to go? I don't know. But it was definitely a slip up on Suri's part. Okay. So then last night also, Felicia was hitting the campaign trail. She was basically saying, like, I love it here. I love the game. I love the house. I love you guys. I want to stay longer. Nothing crazy here, right? So she was going around saying all that stuff. Okay. Moving on. Interesting conversation here. America and Bowie chatting in the bathroom. Oh, this is not a duo that we've seen often. They would both prefer to see Izzy go this week, right? They're wondering, why are we going to do other people's dirty work? Why would we take out Felicia if that's what Suri and co want? They agree. Izzy is in everyone's ears right now. She's got to go. she's got a better chance of winning competitions too. So they're on the same page. They just don't know who they can trust to talk about this, right? Because they feel like the votes could be there, but they're really worried that they're going to say this to the wrong person and then they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So, more Bowie stuff. Izzy is trying to mend fences with Bowie. This is so fake. Right? Because Izzy's on the block. She wants to get as many votes as possible. So, Izzy is asking Bowie, do we have beef? Because I'm kind of hearing that, like, we might have some beef. It is a mother freaking Arby's in there. They have the meats. But Bowie's like, no, what? We don't have beef. This is also super fake on Bowie's end because these two, they got some beef, all right. But Bowie says she just feels like Izzy's been a little standoffish. She brings up how people stop talking when she walks into a room. And Izzy's like, I don't think it's all on my end. I think there's some weirdness going on here. At one point, Izzy asks Bowie, are you working with Cameron? Straight up. And Bowie denies it. I mean, they don't have like an official alliance as far as I know, right? Ow. But Bowie says not only is she not working with Cameron, she's not working with anyone. Damn, not even bye-bye bitches. I mean, I know that Bowie considers that alliance and level 25, I was going to say level 28, and level 25, that's not their name, Legend 25. She considers those to be done, but like I didn't think she would say that in front of people. But yeah, they agree that they're going to make more of an effort with each other moving forward. Sure. No, they're not. All right. So anyway, then we have Suri and Jared whispering quietly in the comics bedroom. And this pissed me off so much and made me so sad because while they were having this conversation, Matt was only a few feet away on one of the beds, yet they did not include him in the conversation. Boo! You could tell Matt was getting really frustrated, and it just sucks. It sucks to see something like that happen. And at one point, they were like, we'll tell you in a minute. We'll tell you what's going on. But like, they left out some really important stuff and only told him like part of the conversation. All right. So during this chat with Jared and Suri, Jared says, yeah, Corey was telling me that America would put up Suri and Izzy if she wins HOH. That's not what Corey said, but okay. But Jared thinks it's messed up that Corey wants to keep America around, knowing that she would potentially put up Suri and Izzy. Again, not what he said, but sure. Jared is also pissed that Izzy wants to keep Corey and America around, right? He feels like Izzy is trying to plan for the end game and have numbers that are closer to her, right? Corey and America than they are to him. Only Jared's allowed to do that. So Jared actually floats the idea of getting rid of Izzy this week instead. Oh my God. We heard him say this like weeks ago, and now Izzy is sitting up there on the block and he's like, So Jared says, I think it'd be easier for us to beat Felicia in the end than it would be to beat Izzy. Plus, if we get rid of Izzy, we would be voting out the only person that knows our secret. And you're not girlfriend Blue? But he hasn't told his mommy that he spilled that secret to Blue. He's keeping that on the down low. So Jared tells Suri, it's something to think about. We can think about this over the next few days. Sure, go for it. Get rid of your ally who's super loyal to you. I'd like to see that. But anyway, excuse me. America was very busy last night. Take it easy, girl. Don't get caught. She was taking the temperature to see if the votes could possibly be there to take out Izzy, right? So, of course, she's counting herself. Hopefully Corey would go along with her. She's feeling pretty good about Bowie in this situation. She's hoping she can get Jag and Matt. Yeah, so she talks to Jag and she lets Jag know, hey, Blue has been spilling everything that we've been talking about with her. The stuff about us maybe getting a 3 together, all that. So she says, we have to be really careful with Blue. And Jag's just like, ugh, what? I can't take it anymore. Jag has no idea what's going on at this point. He's so confused. He's saying he wants to confront Blue about this. Oh my God. And America's like, please don't. We don't need this getting out that we know that she spilled, right? Like, let's keep this on the down low. Because if it gets out there, Blue is just going to bring this back to Izzy as well. I mean, really, it's Blue spilling to Jared and then Jared spilling to Izzy, but it doesn't seem like they're making this connection, which is crazy. But anyway, she also talks to Cameron again, and she lets Cameron know why Red was so mad at him last week. She says, yeah, they were telling Red, they meaning like Jared, Suri, Izzy, they were telling Red that you went up to Jared and said that Red needs to go and you would be willing to go up on the block next to him. And Cameron's like, what the what? He was pissed. She also tells Cameron, hey, you were the target last week. Jared was targeting you. And Cameron does not want to believe it. He's in denial again. Why? Oh my God. Why do you think that Jared is loyal to you? Because you guys bro out? All right. So that was all last night. Today, more mess. Jag was telling on America to Jared. That didn't take long. And he's like, yeah, America said she doesn't trust you, blah, blah, blah. If she wins HOH, she might not target Cameron. What are you doing? I want to root for Jag so badly, but day after day, he makes more and more mistakes. Like, he is constantly selling out America, one of the few people that actually wants to try and work with him. And he keeps spilling this information to people that are ready to get rid of him. It's just mind-boggling. Jag, stop. Wake up. Oh my God. Also today, Cameron was pitching a new alliance of 6 to Corey. It would be Cameron, Corey, America, Bowie, Matt, and Jag. Well, okay. Cameron also let Corey know, oh, the tiniest little meow. Cameron also let Corey know, hey, if you feel like things have been off with you and Jared lately, you're right. Because Jared's been telling me that if he wins HOH, he would put up you in America. I mean, he has been saying that. Jared's been talking mad shit about Corey in America, especially to Cameron. Cameron has so much ammo that he can use right now to try and get Corey away from Jared. But will he bring it all out? We'll see. It's not looking great at this point because not long after all that, Corey spills to the Crossroads Alliance. Sari, Izzy, and Jared. Hey, Cameron's trying to get a new group together. And this is the group that he wants. Stop. Like, what is wrong with these people? Stop. So, as of now, it looks like Izzy is still staying. Felicia will be leaving. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Not that I really want, like, Izzy to go either, because I think she's chaotic and it's fun, but I really don't want Felicia to go either. So, I want Jared to go. We have 2 days left until the eviction. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm sure more and more information will be spilled in the next few days. We'll see if it changes anything. Hi, Bubby.
Oh, hi. I had to scrub my way
Hello.
in here.
Okay. Did you hear the tiniest little meow?
No.
Oh, it was so cute. All right. Bowie, I want to thank today's super chatters because you're all amazing. Let me scroll up. Okay, Susan Pengilly, thank you so much. Cute little suitcase. Hey to Canada. Connor Benson, thank you so much. Connor says, amazing job on the update. I need the downfall of Jared to come ASAP. Someone, hopefully Corey, will decide to wake up and take the step to get him out. Yeah, it's crazy this shit that he's been getting away with because his mommy's been able to clean it up after him.
He's an unflushed toilet.
Yeah, so it would be nice to see Jared get what he deserves in this game, right? It'd be nice, but who knows? Mimi Robin, thank you so much. Yes, super bird. Travell K, thank you so much. Travell says, your reactions are always so priceless. Thanks. I can't hide my emotions, so... Keep up the great work and congrats on a successful craft fair. Thank you so much. We are currently trying to figure out what our next one's going to be because it is like that season, right? Crazy with all the craft fairs, and we got to pick out which one we want to do next. But thank you. Angela H, thank you so much. Angela says, manifesting a Bowie Jane or America HOH win. Yes. Please take out Jared. I genuinely can't believe the disdain I have for him. I just can't anymore with him. Yeah, I think a huge part of that is because he has such an advantage of the game in the game, and the way he's just so entitled, right? And the way that he talks about other people, it's like, dude, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in right now if your mom wasn't in the house. So, like, who are we kidding? He probably wouldn't even be on the show if his mom was not Suri. But anyway, it's very frustrating to watch. Benjamin, thank you so much. Benjamin says, can we please get a Bowie America HOH? Yes. Also, I'm so upset that Corey is not willing to flip with America on this boat. He's not logical. I don't know why he is so hell-bent on sticking with Jared. I feel like the information is starting to come out now that Jared is against him, but it seems like he's in denial, like Cameron, right? He's ignoring it. So I'm hoping he will figure it out at some point and realize, hey, Jared hates my guts and I need to go after him. That would be nice. It's very frustrating. Jefferson Tucker, thank you so much as always. Jefferson says, just now catching up. Oh, hi. Today's update in one sentence. Being a veto T is probably not a good idea. WT fart? Right? I think Jared was very, very messy when Sari was chilling in the kayak with Felicia. So maybe that'll come back to bite him. Maybe not. We'll see. Dawn MH302, thank you so much. Yeah, popcorn. I might need some popcorn later just to like cope with all this. Jack D65, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Okay, so that's where we are. So thank you all so much for being here. I gotta go. It's after 7. Oh my god. So we'll be back tomorrow for more. And then tomorrow's episode is 2 hours. So hopefully it'll be fun, right? Like, please make it worth it for us. I think it starts at 8, yeah. And Yvonne, hope you're enjoying your birthday. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.